Sokopuna, Dr. Rabbit! Today's game I am reviewing is Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils, a hardcore and brutal 2D side-scrolling action platformer released by Platine Dispositif in 2006 for PC, a certified old-taku classic and a pioneer in a gaming genre I like to call sweetie platformers. The version I'm playing for this review is the PlayStation 4 Remaster,
Ballin',
released in 2016 and also available for PlayStation Vita. Bunny Must Die also got another re-release on the Switch in 2022. The PlayStation version changes a lot about the game, and most of it for the better. Most readily noticeable is that the camera is much more zoomed out. This makes a major difference because now I can see where I'm going. In addition to this, the controls are just overall much more responsive and precise. I would go as far as to say that the 2016 edition is the definitive experience of Bunny Must Die. I tried going back to the Steam version, but that old bitch controls like Samus tweaking out on meth, and the lack of a dedicated dash button makes the already challenging game almost as unreasonable as the age of consent. The story of Bunny Must Die is a bunch of goofy nonsense. It's all just an excuse for our intrepid bunny catgirl sweetie to hop on into a wonderful, thunderful, and deadly maze of good, clean 2D platforming excitement. Along the way, you will come across many power-ups such as health upgrades and time power upgrades. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that Bunny can freeze time? But that's not all. She can also reverse time and a whole lot more as you progress through the demonic labyrinth. The highlight of Bunny Must Die are the boss battles. These are a hilarious and absurd rogues gallery of nutjobs ready to ruin your day. So prepare to die a ton as you gradually adjust your strategy and memorize their patterns to lock in that victory. You collect all 10 of the Hourglass power-ups, you're rewarded with a new character campaign after completing the game, Chelsea. Hey, she's from the title. Yeah, this is kind of like two games. Game A is Bunny Must Die, while Game B is Chelsea and the Seven Devils. Chelsea controls totally different from Bunny, as in worse, and she has a different item system. Frankly, I didn't really care for it, but it's cool that they added more stuff. Bunny Must Die is notorious for being extremely difficult. However, because of Bunny Must Die's great difficulty, so great too is the satisfaction of completing these challenges. To its credit, Bunny Must Die is also thankfully generous with save points, regularly peppering areas with helpful rest stops in between each intense platforming or combat challenge. If this game feels too difficult for you, the newer releases feature an addition called the Cronus Shop, where you can use your time crystals that you collect to unlock power-ups, like extra attack or health regeneration, to make life a bit easier. You can also disable or enable these if you feel confident enough in your skills to play the game vanilla. Bunny Must Die is a very technical game, as a lot of the platforming requires you to be familiar with the eclectic controls and timing. It's incredibly frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of things, it's still annoying. And that's my biggest issue with the game. Bunny Must Die was Platine Dispositif's first 2D side-scroller game, as up until then the developer had only made bullet hell style shooters, and you can really tell by the bizarre and arbitrary decisions they made. For example, as I mentioned earlier, in the older releases, dashing was achieved by double tapping the D-pad in the direction you wanted to go, but in the modern re-releases, to dash, you simply hold down the R button, much like a conventional platformer. So even when Bunny Must Die has been so thoroughly polished and modernized, it's honestly still rather rough around the edges. There's a good reason this game has remained such a cult classic, and that's because frankly, it isn't for everyone. And that's not necessarily even a bad thing or a point against it. Overall, Bunny Must Die is a decent game and a very influential cornerstone of Japanese indie game design philosophy. Even in contemporary titles, you can still see the influences that Bunny has left on the genre of sweetie platformers, despite being released so long ago. If you hunger for a true gaming challenge, this title might just be enough to satisfy your appetite. Total bunny death.